dedicated not to America's top model, but to the natural girls right next door. Are they saying Avatar?
Hair that's not chemically processed or altered in any way.
I see natural hair as my identity, how I see myself as my personality.
And for me, natural hair really is something that I feel like if you were born with it, I feel like it's something that it is a part of you. I feel like it's something that you should use. Just like I don't necessarily agree with cutting out things that you don't use anymore because of evolution. I feel like your hair is a part of you, yourself, is part of your journey, it's part of who you are.
Something that grows from your natural scalp.
Natural hair is the hair that grew naturally from your scalp. That's my understanding, right?
Something that doesn't have chemicals in it, you know.
Naturally curly hair, just you wet it and that's your hair.
I think it's just like people like real hair, like without the weave and don't what's it called? What y'all get? Perms. That's what it is.
Okay.
A year and a month.
When I was little, I was natural. Then I got my perm when I was like in the 2nd or 3rd grade, and then I started transitioning when I was 18 when I started college because perms cost too much. I was like, I'm gonna go natural, and then I officially cut it off in 2013. So I've been full natural since 2013.
Natural hair is unprofessional. Natural isn't for everybody.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. Those are like the main two that just pop up in my head. I can't really think of any more.
That is nappy. You can't comb in. It's dry. The big one is being dry. It's not shining. There's no sheen to it. So that's the main thing. And it's not pretty. It's unfair.
So, do you have like the same stereotypes?
Pretty much for the most part, and the fact that it's looked down upon at times in various different areas is definitely something that I feel like should be changed. And I think that we've actually gotten a lot better recently than we used to be. You know, with I don't know if you know what's the girl's name from BuzzFeed? That girl, Quinta from BuzzFeed. I feel like she's starting to kind of trend set, and I feel like people are starting to kind of see that in various different places, including her Beyonce videos and things like that, that allow natural hair to be seen in a more positive light.
Oh, not long enough. That's really it.
That it can't grow like long.
Basically.
Hair.
It's ugly.
You want to say mine?
Kinky.
Oh yeah, kinky.
I don't think you'll ever say mine. White people said I'm like pubes.
I have always been taught, and I try to teach people around me to love their natural hair, so I have not heard of any stereotype of natural hair.
I like weaves only because I use them as a protective style for my natural hair. It helps my hair to grow. Well, I think it helps my hair to grow. There are people that'll tell me otherwise, but also natural hair can be kind of overwhelming from time to time. So especially if you don't know what to do with your natural hair. Like I know at one point when I was at sort of an in-between stage with my hair, like I could only do like one thing. So I wanted to switch it up. So I know I kept weave and all types of weave in my hair for that period of time until my hair got to a length where I could do a little bit more and where I was really understanding what type of texture I had and what type of products to use to make, to give my hair the best results and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have a problem with weave, but I don't think I don't think people should wear a weave all the time, if that makes sense. Like, it's not you. Like, you need to embrace your hair. Like, I don't think you should wear a weave because you're ashamed of your texture of hair. Like, it should be more like, because I just need to switch it up, or I need my hair to be protected for a little while, or maybe you have a big event coming up or something like that.
So far, wearing the weave, I really don't care about the weave thing. For me personally, I don't wear it as much. But for us, like having friends who always wear weave, if it's kept right and if they natural hair is kept good underneath the weave, then I don't really care. So
Yeah.
For me, it just depends. It depends on your personality type. And I mean, there's stereotypes that go along with girls that wear weave, and I think that it's easy to fall into that stereotype of being that type of girl who wears weave. But I feel like if you can balance it out and be yourself, and you can use the hair, as a means of expressing yourself, then that's the way that it should be. And I think that there's nothing wrong with that. But the second that you let it transform you and let it make you become something else that you're not, I feel like that's when it's a problem. So sometimes I think that usually people look at girls that wear weave as a little bit closed off, or more party girl types, or they're more uppity, they're more into themselves and things like that. And I think that that's not every girl that wears weave, but a lot of times if you see it so much, it can start to make you feel like those girls that do wear weave consistently and obsessively almost do fall into that category, which, I mean, we should probably not look at it like that, but it's hard when a lot of girls do that. And I feel like you shouldn't let something that you wear to make you change or become somebody else that you would not otherwise be.
yeah, I think with weave, it comes with a lot of self-hate, especially like with the hair. I know a lot of girls who wear weave and they be like, yeah, I don't like wearing my hair because I just hate how it looks and the texture of it, so they always want to wear weave. So I think that's like one of the big issues with weave.
Well, I think as long as you like it, it doesn't hurt their natural hair, that's fine. Because sometimes people like fashion, they like different styles. So, in my opinion, that's fine. But I think it becomes a problem when they don't like their own hair. They try to cover it up with something they think is prettier and nicer. Then that's a problem, because we should love who we are, our hair and everything. That's part of us. So we shouldn't reject that.
I like real hair.
I mean, it can look good. Like, it depends. Like that cheap weave, you can tell it's cheap. But if you get like that good expensive weave, it'll look like natural and stuff, and that look good.
If I never know that you ever had weave, like,
That's good.
Yeah.
that's some good weave.
Yeah.
And,
I love
That's an
weave.
expensive weave.
I wish I could get
but if you got something that's
So
like 3 different layers, all this stuff, then
crack showing.
yeah, it's not good.
Yes.
Depending on what you're doing with your weave. Like, some girls go over the top with their weaves.
I have a lot of beautiful African American girlfriends. Their hair is just like yours, curly and soft. I love it. I once had a girlfriend, and before we got really close, I couldn't keep my hands off her because her hair was so fine, fine and curly. So it was, I would touch her hair. She was very nice about it, and then we got really close, and eventually she goes, "Yeah, can you please stop touching my hair?" But her hair was so fine and curly. I loved it.
It's a lovely thing.
It depends on how people wear it. Because some people, they have pretty natural hair, and then some girls should get perms.
Exactly.
Or wear stuff in their hair. Like me, my hair is naturally curly, but I still put some products in to control it.
It don't really matter. Like, if they style it up good, that's like, it'll be sexy. But then sometimes some of the afros, they might need to do something with that.
Kind of, like, I think maybe because my last boyfriend, he met me when I had relaxed hair, So when I was like transitioning, I wasn't wearing my hair straight anymore, and I wasn't like my hair just wasn't the same as it was when he met me. So it was just like, it wasn't like he didn't like it, but it was just like a change. And then when I officially was natural, my hair was a lot shorter than when he met me because I cut off the rest of my relaxed ends. So it was like shocking because I didn't tell, maybe because I didn't tell him. If I would have warned him, he would have been like, okay. But he didn't know that I was cutting a lot of my hair off. So, I wouldn't say that it necessarily affected my relationship, but I do know that he liked when I straightened my hair, natural, and he also liked when I wore weave, but he didn't like braids, but like weave, like long, luscious weave. So
in the beginning, it was for me. It was uncomfortable because he's going through like the struggle phase.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel comfortable like with my natural hair showing it, and I felt like some guys didn't really care for natural hair because at the time guys always thought it was like nappy, but I didn't really give a crap. As far as dating, I never had any guys complain or say anything negative about my natural hair.
And as far as I'm concerned, I actually prefer a girl who's comfortable enough to actually wear her natural hair, because I feel like if you're confident enough to be you in your outward appearance, then I feel like you're more comfortable with yourself and your inner self. So I would say that if you're wearing your natural hair, it's definitely a turn on for me, and I definitely, like I said, I prefer it to.
It don't matter to me. It's almost a little good.
If it ain't looking a hot mess.
Yeah.
They tell me if I cut it, they're not gonna talk to me.
I say that a lot.
A relaxer is this like combination of chemicals that makes black people's hair straight, so and makes it easier to manage. So it's normally people that get relaxers are people that have really coarse texture of hair. It helps make their hair more manageable.
Perm is this chemical relaxer that will make your hair straight and not curly.
This is stuff that flattens your hair and makes your hair straight. For
Okay,
people with curly hair.
but black people get perms to straighten their hair, and then white people get perms to curl their hair.
Yeah, it's different for like different races.
I'm one to always persuade girls to steer away from relaxers. I know there are a few friends of mine that are now in the transitioning process, but that's because I feel like I've influenced them to do so. So it's like when they hear me talking about all the different perks of being natural and see how excited I am about hair growth and all that stuff, they're getting relaxed, so they're just like, my hair is straight all the time.
Right.
So it's just like you can do so many different things with natural hair. So I feel like, I don't have a problem with people that get relaxers, but I do like to, most people that have relaxers always seem to say, oh, I just don't think natural hair is for me. And it's just like, what do you mean? That's the hair that grows from your head. That's the hair that you were born with. So you can't say that your natural hair isn't for, like, natural hair isn't for everybody and it's not for me. Like, that's your hair. That's what God gave you. So you need to embrace it. Now, I can understand, like, if somebody has an extremely coarse texture of hair, might want to get relaxers just for the manageability of it. But, for other people, like, when you see your friends, you see their new growth, and you're like, I can tell that you would have a very nice texture of hair if you went natural. That's kind of like motivation for them to want to do it. But
I'm not as they say, like natural Nazi, like no, you can have perm. If that's their preference, if they want to have a perm, then so be it. But there is some side effects of keeping a perm forever. It's going to eventually break off. So, but there's some people who know how to keep it perm, but it's their preference.
That's great hair. I like all types here. It's all pretty.
I'm trying to think of a way to be nice about it.
You gotta take care of your hair.
Yeah, cause sometimes some folk just be looking a
You gotta
mess.
take care of it. It's gonna look trash. Look trashy to me.
Oh yeah, like if they get too many perms, their hair might fall out.
They gonna go bald.
Yeah. You know, like them people that have like weave and then they have their hair left out and then they don't have a relaxer or don't have a perm and then be,
Looking crazy.
Healthy hair. I say good hair is healthy hair because you can't say, okay, people look at me and say, you have good hair. Oh, you got nice hair. You got mixed people. I'm black, but that doesn't mean that my hair texture. It's hard to explain. Like, if I had a very coarse texture of hair, but it was healthy, that's good hair. Because not even with my curls, my hair is not the healthiest. Like, it's not as healthy as it could be, but that's just because I'm not taking care of it like I should right now. So, as long as you're taking care of your hair, you have good hair.
I think good hair is healthy hair because, different races, the hair texture is different. Like Asian hair, our hair is black and it's straight. For the most part, it's a little curly, but not too much. African American hair is in general much finer and more curly. The Caucasian, they have red hair, blonde hair. It's just different texture. I think they're all beautiful. You just in their own way.
It's not easy. That's all I can really say. And I say that in the aspect of people that are that look at my hair texture and it's like, oh, I want to be natural. And I'm like, boo boo. Just because my hair looks nice, you don't understand what I had to do to get here. So just that, be cautious. Like, for people that want to go natural, understand that a wash and go is not really hop in the shower, wash and go.
Right.
And for like white people, don't touch my hair, number one. Just kidding, don't put that in there. White people or other people that aren't black don't understand our hair, and I don't even know how to explain it to them so that they understand what our hair does and how it's like this. But that's really it. I don't know.
It's definitely a learning experience when it comes to wearing your natural hair. When I started wearing more of my hair, I started to learn more about myself and be more open with myself. Where wearing weave, I felt more like you say, closed off. So.
For me, I would say just know. First of all, it's not dirty. It's not. Just because it doesn't look like the hair that you have doesn't mean it is not professional or it's not, up to par. It's not like it's a different standard because everybody has hair that they're born with. Everybody's hair can look nice on their head. I mean, if you were born with some hair, you can make your hair look nice. I mean, there's people who are bald who look good. There's people who have, hair down to the ground that look good. So I think the main thing is just be yourself and just know that if somebody else has hair that doesn't look like you, it's not necessarily a problem.